Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, the place where we expose the exposers. This is episode 5 of the Simon Says podcast. And today, Simon is pulling no punches. He breaks down the Tams incident with Claybone Sloan and Terry Carter. He even opens up about everything from Whitney Houston and Ray J to Del Dog and CS2 back. Nothing's off limits. He's putting everything out there. This is one of the most revealing episodes yet. So, as always, let's get right into it. Hear what Simon says.
This is Global Tel-Link. You have a prepaid call from
Suge.
an incarcerated individual at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility, San Diego, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
And it's
Okay.
your show, man. Ask me whatever. You get your interview
Okay,
on.
wait, I want you to finish that thought about your son, how happy he was to be a father, and with the pregnancy measuring stick, and then he got the son and the 2 daughters. That energy right there was so powerful, right? The most simplest things
Yeah.
that we, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that I got all respect for, first of all, I love all my homies. And I love the West Coast. Number one. And sometimes when you gotta really think about it, it's a situation where we gotta guide each other and help each other. So even though, like I said, my son was telling me they gotta pay him if they say my name, that's not gonna make me hate my son. I think we're more powerful together, all of us. And at the same time, my boys is my boys. My youngest is 15 to play basketball.
Okay.
I got 3 daughters. Bailey is an incredible, incredible woman. 22 years old. She sings better than, she sings. That's all I got to say. And I never wanted in the industry because the industry can be how it is.
Right.
But it's still a great thing that she's a great woman, she's a young lady, and she's gonna sing because that's what she want to do. And my daughter Arian, she act like me. She a businesswoman, she aggressive, and I got tasks. But most important thing about my boy is social community. Legend does it all. Being a businessman, this motherfucker even got a Twitch or whatever the fuck, but he's an all-American basketball player. This is first year in high school, so I can't say all-American, but he will be,
Right.
I just think that everybody's attacking people's kids. It's never a good look. And once a man become a father and he has kids, if you spreading lies on them, you always trying to build your whole empire by putting the next motherfucker down. That's when that's when I know the line is wrong. Like people don't
Yes.
talk about the Mother's Day dinners that I gave every year because I know being a single mother, I can imagine and they don't have nobody giving them no flowers or giving them anything nice. It's one of those things they might look like their father. Mother might treat them extra mean that day. That's when I decided to do it together with a hotel every year. Everything's free. There's meals, bar free. They get roses, they get gift bags, they can get massages, pedicures, manicures, facials, whatever they like. I took everything to the hotel. They would get little small death row necklaces. That's the only time the women got a death row necklace. They look like the older women. And we would have show sequel for them. with that one, the Casey and Joseph with Devontae. Mary J. Blige will be there. The fucking Isley brothers will perform. Even Hammer came running through the crowd doing a hammer dance to the people who like Hammer. every top-notch artist will be there to perform. I gave Maxine Waters the award and gave her roses in a plaque. She was all there. Everything was all about the single mothers and their kids. That went on for a while until,
Right.
it kept sending me back to prison. But that was our theme to do whatever we can for our community.
Right.
And it's so important that we get to learning this about our community and try to help our community. Like when you were telling me earlier, these dudes doing fake numbers. That's some crooked cop shit.
Right. Speaking of
John,
crooked, oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. Is that show?
Well, first I want to ask you about your relationship with Brother Tony Muhammad.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It's always a good relationship because Shaheed was my big bro. That was Cap.
Okay.
And Farrakhan always treated us with respect. Tony Muhammad treated us with respect. I got a homeboy, and I don't know what was wrong with this, but Marvin.
I had told him Marv, yeah, Big Marv.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about that, Marv get on the phone with Pork Butt and a lawyer. Next thing you know, he's firing shots at me. You know what I mean? Next thing you know is that he talking bad about Michelle A. I don't even think he know Michelle A. But Marv, you're a Muslim, homie. You're a homie too. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about you, but you know what's up. So we ain't gonna get to doing all that type of attacking. But the thing about this is we on this thing is that it's no way I should feel to be in prison. The reason why I say that, they got all the phone calls. I'm gonna start off who's there and what's real about this shit. The reason why I went up to where they were shooting the motherfucking video at base camp, they're doing it in my neighborhood. I go up there because the detectives came by the hospital. A guy got shot 7 times. And the detective said, hey, they say Trey paid these dudes to shoot you and you shot up. I didn't say nothing. I left the hospital. And I ain't gonna be talking to you weirdos. I go to Trey's house. The guard gate dude about to let me in. I said, hold up, make sure you're there. He tossed it in the answer. I said, let me know this. Police do lie. I am shot. I did get shot up. They said, you one of the motherfuckers that he one of the motherfuckers that paid me to shoot me. You better make it make sense. So when I heard about they were shooting the video, I pushed up there. First person I see is now. I'm like, shit, where that motherfucker at? He said, Q. I said, no, you know what I'm talking about. Then Bone walked by. Bone is putting his head down. He didn't say shit. I'm like, what's up, brother? The bracket. I go, moving around. I don't see nobody. Now I gotta give my son blessing because at the time he's 40 years old. Taking him to Dave and Buster, have some fun and all that shit. So as I'm pulling out, Kibo, dude named Reg, Al, the tall homie, and there was one other person, there was 4 of them. Anyway, they like, hey, Q want to talk to you. He trying to take care of you. I'm like, shit, he got to do that shit later right now because I got to go get my son. I said, but hey, who be talking to Drake? Reg put his phone on me, look at the selfies. I said, well, tell him the police came to my bedside in the hospital and said he paid the motherfucker to shoot me. So he got some explaining to do. I ain't gonna, he gonna give me, he's gonna make it make sense. So as I'm talking to him, straight police security walked over there. They said, Suge, what's wrong? I said, I can't talk to him right now, but tell him your boy better get at me. Or I'm going to get at him. Sergeant pull up. So I was like, what you up here for? I said, I'm getting ready to get my son. He said, good. And you know, they scared you up here. They want us to try to cuff you up. I said, you can't do that. I ain't did nothing wrong. So as we talk to the police, and you can ask all these dudes there. Bone walk over. Bone like, what's up, blood? I said, what's bracket? He said, man, you know they scared you up here. Let's meet up later. I said, it's straight. We don't got to meet up later. I said, last time you and everybody else told me to meet y'all at the park, at Dallas Park. I said, I went up there. We was up there 45 minutes, and y'all was a no-show, right?
Yeah.
So all these people start laughing. They said, oh, Bo, you be lying. You got punked. You scared of the nigga. Bo said, oh, man, you clowning me? I just didn't see you. I said, motherfucker, how you miss a $450,000 Rolls Royce in Compton?
Right.
Tell me that, right? So
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
he's saying shit, I'm saying shit. I'm like, fuck it. Let's walk out here. So now the police like, hey, what y'all finna do? I said, we homies. We gonna walk over here and handle our business and be right back. Right? Everybody know everybody was here. Now, whatever the reason, he wasn't trying to do that. I get on and you know, shit, we ain't tripping, he ain't tripping, I ain't tripping, we still homies, I'm out. Now I'm about to get on the freeway. Kind of light turned green. TC hit me. Terry hit me like, hey, it's just CC, man, I know you, we laughing. He said, man, they want to meet you over here and give you that bread. I said, well, I can't do it right now. I said, I got to leave my son. I don't let him down for nobody, right? He said, but you don't need the money, man. I do. I know you're going to look out for me. Just come over here. We're going to be right over here. I bust one, get there. I'm doing like 80 miles an hour. I get there. When I first get there, Perry not even out the car. It's like he's been over fucking with his briefcase or something. I pull up. Is the homies there. I'm like, what's up? Someone's like, man, get out and give me a hug. I just remind you, I still got staples in my stomach, you know. Nigga, ain't nobody never asked me for that, right?
Yeah.
So they said, what's up with you and Bo? I said, man, motherfucker ain't tripping off that bullshit. You know how I go, you know. He jumps out, first thing he do, but it's not a camera view. The first thing he do, he did what he did. And when they drew down, I threw the little shit up there and said, I'll be back. I go to turn around. If you see my tires, I'm not leaving because Central is blocked off. These motherfuckers parked on the island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I go straight, that's like I'm running into fire. Everybody back this way, so I'm gonna go back and just tell them motherfuckers. Before I even did that, I tell them motherfuckers, nobody gotta shoot me, motherfucker. Just give me a foul.
Right.
So when I turned to the right, when he first started running over there, this nigga got the burner out. So ain't no motherfucker can jump out fighting nobody with a burner. I don't give a fuck who they are.
Yeah.
So whenever that happened, right? But this
Right.
thing really happened. When he came to the prelim, Bone walked out with the judge. On my mama, rest in peace. So he walked out with the judge. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They get the cameras out of here. Get everybody out of here. You know, the other people say, you know, forward, they can't film. So Bone said that he tried to open the door, tried to grab the key. He said, I got it with a good one. Fired on him, right?
Yeah.
Then he said when he was on the ground, and I'm coming towards him, he said, please don't let me die today. And then he said, why would he tell you that? He said, well, because when he pulled off, because they did draw down on me. And I did say some shit I shouldn't have said. The bone told the court, and I said, y'all will be dead by the night. So
You have 60 seconds remaining.
all that was told. Everybody knew it was done there. But still today, homie, on some real shit, Bones can go right now and cut me loose. You know why? They gave him immunity. Still today, he got immunity. He can take shot a gun and can't nothing happen. He ain't even got a lie. He can just tell the motherfucking truth. Yeah, I had a gun. They'll cut me loose. I've been in this motherfucker 11 years. Now, I ain't forcing him to line it up with me, but that would be nice. If you cut me loose, I'm going to come holler at him. If he don't want to holler, I'm not going to holler. I just appreciate the fact he can cut me loose and he's going to do it.
Right.
I don't understand.
Well, he definitely need to do that too, because I read the work, right? And I got that shit, right? I exposed it, and then I had got word that he was supposed to do the right thing. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to fuck off Suge's chances and opportunities of coming on by making him turn all the way with them peoples, man. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Then I also read the report where he tried to lie and he telling people, "Oh, I was off of medication," all kind of little bullshit he was on, and that's just unsuitable coming from a homie, let alone an older homie. You know what I'm saying? That shit is far from G. Like you say, motherfuckers can see each other on the streets and get it from the shoulders if that's the issue. But you don't help them peoples put a motherfucker in jail, especially when you wasn't on. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have to do what he did. You know. But the reason I asked you about Tony Muhammad bringing you back was because I wanted to know your relationship, because I heard that Deldar, rest in peace, from Main Street, had the Mafia for Life Records and was trying to bring an artist and work with an artist. And I think the little troll said that he was there when it happened. Do you recall doing a favor for Tony Muhammad and meeting with Deldar in the main streets about artists? Hello?
This is Global Tellink. You have a prepaid call from
Suge Knight.
An incarcerated individual at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility, San Diego, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what you saying?
Oh, yeah. So, no, the reason I was asking about Tony Muhammad, because I think the little 5'4" troll was talking about he was at the road when Tony Muhammad asked you to have to take a meeting with Deldar from Main Street Mafia Crib, rest in peace, right? About an artist, I guess that they had or whatever. Do you recall that meeting?
No, that ain't true. First of all, rest in peace, dog. If Deldar wanted to holler at me, I've been knowing Deldar since we was kids.
Okay.
He not finna go until, matter of fact, I've been in their hood before. And
right.
Dog was like, man, he said, I got the idea. He said, your house is the burgundy, the grand burgundy roof, the gray stucco, the burgundy trimming, the burgundy walkway, and all that. We laugh about it, right? So that dude never been part of nothing with me. I ain't even talking bad about him. He never have. He never been dealing with death row. This is the thing too, right? This you talking about the trucker, right? You talking about Wack, right?
Yeah, the trucker.
The trucker. That ain't true. That's how you look at it. This is how you go. I'm gonna break this down. Every artist I helped, I've dealt with, changed their life for the best. Every last one of them. Nobody went to prison on my watch. I mean, it's a whole list of stuff I did, right? Now,
Right.
he met Ray J through me. What did he do to Ray J's life? Okay, let's start it off. Ray J went from being this R&B singer to having did porn with Kim Kardashian. Everybody know Ray J, right?
Right.
He started fucking with the trucker. All of a sudden, this motherfucker don't have nothing. He been fucking getting fucked by Puffy. Everybody know. Well, at least he spend the night at his house. And I can't see Puffy letting the motherfucker in the bed when there ain't no fucking going on. But
Right.
on top of that, period. You know that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
And on top of that, you let Puffy's sons call you out and out of town bloods push up on him till he gotta run a fade. Nothing happened about that. And Ray J went from being a star. When he started fucking with the trucker, this motherfucker, it cracks our soul to see, let me get TMZ or whatever, but this motherfucker doing a job. He hosting a TMZ tour. He up there dancing and partying like he doing a concert. That's sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you take Game. He met Game through me, but he was working with Jimmy Henson the whole time, the trucker one. But at the same time, Game went from doing arenas, the trucker had him doing clubs. Now, you know my bro, I got all the love in the world for my bro, but it's like this. Game said some slick shit about the homie who's locked up, right?
Yeah.
The homie like, shit, I need to talk to him. The trucker said, here goes the address, go knock on his door. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and that's facts, right?
Right.
So that's how you Game went from motherfucker rapping and being on tour to the trucker had him doing some motherfucking. He got Game to they taking his house or he losing his shit.
Yeah.
Sexual assault or something, right? That's
Right.
what the trucker wants. Okay. Who's next? Oh,
Blueface.
Blueface. This little young dude went from getting it in and being a star, right? How
Right.
the fuck he in prison? Well, this is what I do want to ask. How many times the trucker been up there to see him?
0.
What kind of shit is that?
And
Not only that, right?
Uh-huh.
He gave him some fucked up advice. And I don't want to throw the youngster on the bus, but it came from the trucker. That everybody say. He in the cell with his big homie. In the cell with his big homie. And this come from a real homie who's up there with him. He in the cell with his big homie. His homie just got suitable to go to get home off parole. He's a license. They search their cell, they find a cell phone. Big homie, you need to take this. Because if you don't take it, they're gonna take my date back. I'm gonna have to start all over. Right? The trucker tell him, don't do that shit. Man, you need to don't fuck up your own time. You can come home and get back to your girl. How you gonna tell a motherfucker who's maybe getting 90 days, even if it was right now at my age, if one of my homies get caught with a cell phone, he just got suitable for parole, if he a lifer, I'm gonna raise my hand. I do 6 months or extra year for one of the homies that got suitable for parole.
Right.
This dude is like Chef Rock. He's bad luck.
That's exactly what he is. He bad luck.
Every motherfucker fuck with him, it never ends up good. Shit, bro locked up right now. I would never see him bro getting caught for nothing.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
This man got a wife. His wife is a great woman. He got a son playing your team tomorrow. He got a daughter. He got 2 other boys. I just can't do it. I don't give a fuck how much we get into it or whatever. And I know once I know your kids and I know your family, there's no way I can take it there with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wouldn't even have gunplay with you. We would have to just get out the way and squabble up a bet on something, you know, because doing something to you is hurting your kid.
Yeah.
It takes a real fucked up motherfucker to want to see a motherfucker in prison and you know their kid. But it's still not too late. I look at it like this. If there's anything undoing they can do, I'm quite sure they got a lot of people here. They throw me out. You know what I mean? When you like that, don't that make sense?
Yeah.
All they got to do, because all these dudes who's not being there, you gotta look at it like this. If you doing good, nobody's perfect, but you doing a lot of good. When it's your turn to help him, step up. It ain't too late for the trucker to help him. You know?
Right. Yeah, it definitely ain't.
So, he can definitely go make a difference. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna call you the trucker no more, little chubby. Hey, Wack. Come on, man.
Hey, I call him CS back. I call him CS back. Confidential source to back, right? I exposed the paperwork on the Dell Dog investigation. So peep this, because it ties to you. So Money Mark Stevens and Shaquille O'Neal had Deja 34 Records. They wanted to sign an artist named Ray J. E1, which was Koch Records, said, okay, they'll do it, but they're not doing nothing until they clear with Suge Knight. Stutterbox was in on that deal, so Stutterbox tells Wack, hey, Wack, you got Suge line set up the meeting so Money Mark Stevens could meet up with Suge. Well, he told me, I interviewed Money Mark Stevens. He told me he met with you several times. He said y'all ended up in Vegas, y'all smoked cigars, and he cut you a check to get Ray J up from up under your tutelage, and they signed them to Deja 34, Knockout Entertainment, Koch Records, and from that they cut Stutterbox out. I guess they threw him like 20 cents, and he wanted some points off of bringing Ray J to the table. So when that
Stutterbox, listen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. See, Stutterbox, the one that had Ray J first. I mean, I think that was even a little homie. But it wasn't a trucker, it was Stutterbox, right?
Right.
You gotta remember one thing. I ain't gonna say names and I ain't gonna put the homies out there, but what do you think? Ray J was selling work, right?
Yeah.
So they got Ray J being a D-boy. That's why when you see the puppy trial, Capricorn was saying she just got some drugs from Ray J. Cassie said she got drugs from Ray J. But Ray J was hitting them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why do you think these motherfuckers got Ray J? When I talked about the thing with Ray J, I didn't even say his name because Ray J was one, he was hitting Whitney Houston. And I ain't talking about just hitting, you know what I mean, right?
Right. Exactly what you mean.
That's why Ray J conscience is fucked up. If y'all do all that talking, y'all killed the most powerful singer The most realest bitch ever in the business was Whitney Houston.
Right.
Whitney will talk to you right now and cuss your motherfucking ass. She cuss my motherfucking ass out. I mean, we was on a plane coming from motherfucking New York to LA. And the bitch Chili was sitting next to me, right? And Whitney walked over there and said, Chili, what the fuck wrong with you? You going back, you sucking this nigga motherfucking, you sucking Suge's nice dick, and you don't go back to Los Angeles, California? Bitch, you gonna have you in Compton, you might get shot in the drive-by, you stupid little bitch. Right? That's how Whitney talking, right? I'm like,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I said, the way you talking, I better put the blanket over her head and get some head to get my dick sucked now and then. What you gonna do, run her off? Fuck you,
right.
Suge, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know you don't supposed to have this little motherfucker don't know shit. She dumb as fuck. This is a dumb bitch. Don't take this bitch and hanging with you. She gonna round up fucked up shot. So, Whitney, we love Whitney. She gonna give you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for all the little shit, I ain't gonna say his name for the little homie. Dude, come on. I'm gonna give you some real game, little homie. Don't be saying you wasn't even there, because everybody know you was there.
Yeah, they got the video footage of them moving.
And then he listened to the trucker. Say you was doing a concert in San Diego. Listen, first of all, they not tripping. And I don't think it ain't like he gave her a hot shot on purpose. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And she was just too powerful for or whatever.
Right.
Motherfucker tried to cover up and dump that bitch in the, you know, I ain't gonna call her a bitch, but dump Whitney in the motherfucking bathtub.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I just look at it like nobody's perfect. I take accountability for everything I did good. I take accountability for everything I did wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because nobody's perfect. I mean, they know what I'm talking about. We both know what I'm talking about. Stop saying the homie name and tell them motherfuckers.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I still talk to the homie. That's the homie. Don't be putting it out there saying the homie did that to Country. That's not true.
Right. Well, when we
That's
come
like
back,
really
I
fucked up
want to
shit.
change. I want to stop talking about our
Right
people,
back.
and we all right.
Sorry.